So today on stream, we covered Chloe Driver. And as you may know, her phone calls are circulating social media right now. Shout out to phone calls from prison, of course. But we were just talking about it. We were covering her case, this, that, and the other. And someone brought up her, I guess you would say, ex-husband at this point. They were a polygamous cult couple. And I always thought that, you know, Chloe was like, you know, obviously the one who was in too deep. She was a fanatic, this, that, and the other. She killed her baby. Sure, but wait until you see the father. Because I want to know why the man isn't in an orange jumpsuit right now. Because bro is creepy. He even mentions how like, oh, the baby looked weird until a certain point, but then she was like beautiful and she thunderously moved around the room. And it was so, when I tell you creepy vibes are up in this video, they are super up. They're really high right here. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, shout you guys for bringing up the topic. Shout you guys out, everybody who hit me up about this. And we are going to cover his friend as well. But this is just a sneak peek to the insanity of this couple. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. He seems like a caricature of a creepy person. This is the first time I've ever seen someone hold the mic like that.
Her disposition was just the sweetest baby.
He seems like he needs to be in jail. The fuck is going on?
I'm not saying that as by his dad. I've been around a lot of children. She was different. It's like she was hosting everybody she met.
I wouldn't say I've been around a lot of children. I would just never say that, me personally. And he kind of emphasized, like, listen to me. I'd be around children. You understand what I'm saying? What does he even do for a living? Does anybody in the chat know?
Her disposition was just the sweetest baby. And I'm not saying that as by his dad. I've been around a lot of children.
I would never say that ever publicly. Even if it's true. Maybe I'm a school teacher. Okay, if I'm a school teacher, that would be the only time I'd say that. If I'm a nurse or a school teacher, I've been around a lot of children, and that's not normal. Nurse, school teacher. Just saying.
It's different. It's like she was hosting everybody she met. We would run. I wanted to bring the little Legos. We would run. We would play. By the time she was 13 months old, she had a real thing for little cars. We'd chase them around the room together. I'd crawl with her. Beautiful. She was really weird looking. And some babies have this and some babies don't. Between like 4 months and 7 months, they're like growing. Some things are growing too fast. Some things are growing too slow. But by 13 months old, she was so beautiful.
Did you provide photographs that you'd like to see?
I would
He just called his daughter ugly as shit until she finally turned a year old and she wasn't ugly no more. This guy is this guy's creepy.
I'd like to, please. Yes, Katie.
Why would you
Please.
say that? This guy's weird. They move around a lot. He's mid-40s. Chloe was 20 when she met and married him. You said polygamy?
Your Honor,
Please, the court.
I'm going to publish the photographs that,
This is me and Hannah together.
and approximately how.
Oh, she hates him. Oh, she wants him to die.
About a few months. This is at a
Oh, she wants him to die slowly. Okay. Well, it's good to know how she feels about him.
really beautiful, inexpensive hotel room in Clinton, Connecticut, and they have massive floor space for a hotel room like this. And we were chasing those little cars around all day, these little rev-up cars. So this would be the second week of August of 2020 when we were down with my family, as will be depicted more clearly in better photos coming. And my brother-in-law, Nathaniel Lewis, and my sister and her 3 children were all here meeting their cousin. This is in May of 2020. This is the sand, the quartz sand of Siesta Key, Sarasota. And we were spending a lot of time there. We were spending time at Nokomis, in Venice Beach, the adjacent smaller beach.
Everybody's saying this is the baby daddy, the cult leader. He has multiple wives. Bruh, hold on. Let's skip forward.
She'd want to get inside you and let you know that you should be happy too.
What?
Grandma threw a tennis ball a little too fast. What? Yeah, that's.
He said that. He made that noise. What? Bro is a creep. It's always the weird looking guy who has like 16 wives and running a full cult. What is up with that? Like, look at this guy.
Grandma threw a tennis ball a little too fast. What? Yeah, that's a picture from, a little bit of the weirder period where some of the eyes are growing, things are growing a little too fast and not aligned.
Bro, it's a pretty baby. What the fuck are you talking about? He probably got in her head. I don't know nothing about this child. He probably got in her head a little bit about her baby though, because what the fuck are you talking about? You see what I mean? Everything's not really grown in proper. What are you? What? What's not grown in properly? Her hands are small. It's a fucking baby. Hold on, I'm gonna stop backing it up, but I want him to repeat that comment again about her not being proportional or something. Babies have big heads, bro. Like,
A little bit of the weirder period where some of the eyes are growing, things are growing a little too fast and not aligned. And
I know the jury's over here like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I know this is the preferred thumbnail for the court, but since she was looking a little silly, so that was probably
The
bad.
preferred thumbnail for the court. Let's continue.
Back at about April of 2020. This is my parents' living room, where she would come up to this piano over here, and she had a knack. And she would start.
Oh, she hates
I'd
him.
be playing piano. I've been playing piano since I was 3 years
Oh,
old.
she
And I
hates
would
him.
ensconce her and encompass her. And
This gives me a whole different. I mean, she killed the baby. She killed her child. Go to jail. But this gives me a whole different perspective on her. Because what is that on the stand is my question.
all my music, and she would come in the middle near the middle C, and she would start doing things that actually made sense. And then she'd look at you and she'd show you she could have a beat. My older daughter, Eiley, has an immense amount of musical talent, but she can
And I
never
think
keep
she's
a beat.
crying because she wasn't crying at first. I think she's crying because she's pissed off that he's saying that she looks weird. I think that's what's extra pissing her off right now. She looks evil. Again, I said that she did what she did, but I feel some influence coming. I feel influence in the air.
Beat, but she would come up with things. But Nim, Naima, Hannah Nicole, she could tell where the beat was. She knew where the beat of life was. She knew where to enter the room. She knew where to look at you. She knew where the camera.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Let's skip.
Little thundering down the hallway, crawling thunderously. She'd come and she'd play. And my Eiley couldn't leave her for 3 minutes, even when she was 12, 11 months old. Constant attention. Not Hannah Nicole.
She came down thunderously. Yeah, he feels like he's the prophet who's about to save the world. He's one of those guys. He's definitely a cult leader. I mean, we're gonna look deeper into it, but I've been seeing the comments. She came down the hallway thunderously. Yeah, cult leader.
Imagines the beauty of her grandchild thundering down the hallway, crawling thunderously. She'd come and she'd play. And my Eiley.
I've never in my life heard someone talk to me in person and say, I didn't even know thunderously could be used like shit. Thunderously. There's a word to use that no one's ever used before. Go out into the world. Thunderously. There you go. Boom. Used it. I'm gonna use it now. You want to sound weird and fucking odd? Go into your friend group and say something thunderously happened. And see what they say.
Couldn't leave her for 3 minutes, even when she was 12, 11 months old. Constant attention. Not Hannah Nicole. Hannah Nicole, she got in the living room with her stuff. She'd make a story. You could leave her playing there for 20 minutes. She'd make up a world.
Yeah,
she'd put the
storage
dolls.
child,
She
right?
had things that 11 months old, 13 months old. She'd be piling cars. She'd be making a whole
I
story.
still want to point this out. Y'all are not getting me. The man has on a suit jacket, a dress shirt, and a hoodie underneath it. Cult leader vibes. For the simple fact that that's weird as fuck, bro. Full suit jacket and dress shirt. Hoodie underneath.
And happily playing, and somebody comes, smile, go over, pet the dogs. This was her world. Everything here, Grandma made the entire house her world. That's why we were there.
Sir, the purpose of this hearing today is to give the court an understanding of sort of the impact of the actions of
Nobody can weigh the potential of the impact. When you lose Grandma and you lose Grandpa and you are not estranged, you have a life, a rich life lived. You have memories. It's painful. It's a natural process and cycle of life. When you lose a baby...
But when you lose a baby, it's terrifying. Fuck you. Let's move forward a little bit because I want to hear him cuss her out. Because I feel like it's going to be very hypocritical.
Mental illness, lack of mental illness, acting, pretending you're in mental illness.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be good. Hold on, let me back it up a little bit. He's so pretentious. He's like Brian from Family Guy in real life almost.
Without getting into the weeds, to decide you are entitled to take somebody else's life based on your opinion.
Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Maybe I should have just let him say his whole stupid speech because it sounds like he starts getting on her immediately.
Your life. But when you entitle yourself by whatever precipitated your mind, without getting into the weeds, to decide you are entitled to take somebody else's...
Without getting into the weeds, we're just going to surface level this, Yeah, I don't want to get too technical for you.
Life based on your opinion of whatever kind of mental illness, lack of mental illness, acting, pretending you're in mental illness, overlaying, masking, it doesn't matter. There is no wiggle room where you are entitled to take somebody else's life because of your impression or opinion. They are there to live life and discover what life is for themselves.
What? Well, they're fucking babies. Fucking babies can't discover life for themselves. Just, they're not snakes that are born and just start moving and discovering life for themselves. They're humans. I would tell my 18-year-old to go out there and discover yourself, not a 3-year-old or 13-month-year-old.
The impact of losing Hannah Nicole, driver Ben Michael, cannot be measured. We sat around in the waves of some luxurious...
You said AG is going to love Jason Chief? Oh, God, is that... I seen a couple of comments say that he has a friend. Just wait to... Okay, all right, bet. We might cover both of them. Let's finish this shit, though.
Each somewhere for 2.5 years, speaking tenderly to each other, dreaming our daughter. Before she was born, buying her the highest level, best things, doting on her. Nobody knows. Deanna doesn't know. Jeff doesn't know. Your Honor, you don't know. Nobody knows.
Your Honor, you don't know.
Grown up and given humanity cures to things we don't even have diseases for yet. How can you measure the potential? How can you look at a father and say, the image I have of a 5-year-old, of a kindergartner, I lost the potential, I lost the view. The most unplanned child, to the most unprepared parents, is a travesty and a tragedy of the highest order that the parents may never be able to even articulate the pain and loss of. Now you're talking about a baby who was not just planned, but planned. A baby who was meant to put their best foot forward. A baby who was taught to have a moral and cultural consciousness that would give to humanity whatever she could possibly find as her niche and knack in the world. To measure the impact and loss privately?
This guy is full of adjectives. Yo, I'm just letting bro. I'm trying to let him get to the end. That's why I'm not saying. Man, bro got some adjectives, don't he?
Hard individual. I've lived a very particular life in countries that are not here to get knowledge and find things. I'm not a good model for initial reactions. In other words, I'm extremely stoic. That doesn't mean there wasn't 13 months after, and every private moment when I screeched like a frightened 7-year-old girl, where I sat for 3 months in a van just screaming and screaming and screaming that this woman believed that she was entitled to take my daughter's life out of this world. because she stopped believing in having a moral consciousness and the duty to help humanity, because she believed the girls who were with us, not that she didn't believe in polygyny, she didn't believe in the girls who were with us. She believed they were reprobate, second class. She believed she put in more energy and people did not reciprocate to her, and she quit around June 3rd.
He seems a bit off, too. He seems a little, you see how his eyes turn to her and turn to the court and turn to her and turn to the court, and his head is really stiff and still and very particular and very, he seems like he has like he seems like he's on, like, not on something, but he seems like he's something. I don't have the word for it. But he doesn't seem like, I don't want to say normal, but bro don't seem too normal. Like, he seems like he has a condition and he's a creep. So those two never go good together. Because what's with the stiff head and just the eyes moving and shit?
2020
and why are you being so articulate for no reason? Why are you saying thunderously and what was another word? I'm not thinking of, I have to write down some of the words he be saying. But why are you saying this? We're giving a statement. We're not going for a movie role.
Hannah's death, because she planned to exit the world and take her daughter with her. She may have even abused her and felt that there was some issue on a phone call between taking the girls to Connecticut when she said, if you don't get your ass back down here to the South as quickly as you possibly can, I will throw this baby on the floor because I'm tired of her screaming and I can't get her to go to sleep the way you do, which was a beautiful segue. That I love spending time with my daughter, putting her to sleep. It was like my...
There you go again. I can't get her to sleep like you do, which is a beautiful segue to how I cherished my sweet, darling child, my innocent, lovely... What the fuck is wrong with bro?
My job to put her against my heart. We spent lots of time rocking and going into sleep, and Chloe just had triggers from being raped and abused as a child, suffocated and jumped on by a drunken Eric driver who caused her to be triggered.
Ooh, bro, you're going off topic, sir.
By sleep, and she doesn't even know it herself. I apologize. I'm very emotional.
I understand.
We can tell.
This hearing is about Hannah and the loss of Hannah and the
And
impact.
this is the impact on me.
Can you tell the court whether you have any feelings with regard to punishment or sentencing?
Why are we getting a wait, I don't understand this. Why are we getting a recommendation to the court by a fucking creep? Why are we... Bro, please leave. Go home to your other two cult wives and try not to kill those two, please. Why are we asking about recommendation from this guy? He literally looks like a vampire.
It actually happened to her would ever change her.
Hide your garlic. Put it
I don't
in
know
your purses.
that no sentence, maximum sentence, could ever get through to her in a way that she won't build a new identity, a new mask, change who she is, manipulate the next party. Chloe Alexis Driver wasn't a victim. She had the most power in our group. It was called her fits. I don't know what kind of a sentence would help her. I mean, the inclination to say death penalty, maximum. She believed she could take the life of a baby out of this world.
Oh, I thought that was the light.
Baby, any baby. And this beautiful baby who had this much potential.
Does she have scars on her neck? So did she try to take herself out also? See the little thing there? Oh, she was going hard. She was going crazy.
To help the world, an impact that can't be weighed. Nearly unlimited potential. Can we see the others?
Photos?
Yeah. There's a whole nother email with the ones with the family.
These are the ones that I have.
She didn't send that.
And he tries to lead the room. You see how he's like, can we see the others? Let's present some more. Yes, I'm not done yet. Yes, I would like to present a few more. She didn't send that. Well, let's get the clerk. Clerk, are you over there? Let us get that email. Yeah. Your Honor, I'm sorry, but you need to see this. Clerk, go to gg.psycho@gmail.com. Yes, that's me. Yes, there's some... Bruh. Yeah, he's one of those people, man. Who's a good person for a cult leader, you would ask? That guy.